Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Blessed Lily here with another pick a card reading. And in this one, we're going to be taking a look, when will you fall in love next? Okay, this is a timeless reading. Whenever I find you, that's the right divine timing. And of course, keep in mind that this is a general reading, so only take what's going to resonate with your beautiful selves. Leave the rest out on the table. So for today's reading, we're going to have three options. This is option number 1. This is option number 2. This is option number 3. See which image, which flower, which energy you're mostly drawn to. Don't overthink it. If you do need a bit more time, pause the video because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number 1. Option number 1, hi and welcome to your reading, darlings. If you were drawn to this image, let's go ahead and find out when you will fall in love next. So first and foremost, I want to take a look at the energies that might be preventing love from coming into your life, at any energies that might be preventing you from falling in love. So let's see if there's anything. Some of you guys have this energy where things are really unfair. Ooh, interesting. Some of you guys are after revenge. There's a shadow aspect of you. Look at it. It's so strong. It's actually coming through in the first card, in the first major arcana. Let's dig deeper. Some of you want your revenge. There's a part of you that's like literally saying, I want my revenge. Some of you might have gone through a very strong and traumatic experience, and now you might be needing to get your closure, but it could be like it's a very subconscious process. And you want to get your closure with this person who hurt you, but you can't. So you're seeking out people who are similar to them to go through the same energy, to go through the same experience, and to get your closure. But there's also part of you that doesn't want to harm anybody, so you sometimes tend to push people away because you realize that there's a part of you that's unhealed. There's a part of you that might want to intentionally or unintentionally hurt somebody. So you're kind of stuck in between the energies. But at the same time, you're craving love. At the same time, you're like, I want love. Exactly. Some of you might be carrying a lot of shame and guilt. And it's almost like, I haven't done like enough to earn love. Like there's part of you that says I haven't done enough to earn true love. Maybe you've been conditioned to think that you need to earn love, that you need to be a certain way or act a certain way. Maybe some of you, you're like, okay, well, my parents weren't really happy and people around me aren't really happy. Like it's almost like you might sometimes be feeling that you might be feeling selfish if you want love. So there's this energy of like putting yourself on pause. Putting your love life on pause. Closing yourself off. So it's not like you don't have those emotions, but it's like you are hiding those emotions from yourself. And it's like people you know, people that approach you, they're like, they're not good enough. For some of you, you might be trying to rebel against your parents. At any age, it doesn't matter. The age doesn't matter over here. But it could be that you're internally rebelling. Maybe for some of you, like there's this energy of like arranged marriage, or your parents keep trying to push you towards somebody or towards marriage. And like subconsciously you're trying to reject it. A lot of you, option number one, you haven't had your fun yet. You haven't had your fun. You need something lighthearted. You need something that might start off as no strings attached, that, you know what I mean? It could be the idea that, you know, the commitment has to be there straight away, or, you know, you have to marry this person or whatever. It might be putting a lot of pressure on you, on the part of you that still wants to be free, that still wants to explore things, that still wants to travel, that still wants to do whatever it needs to do. So you might be afraid of falling in love because, and here's the weird part, that you are afraid it might end up in commitment and marriage, and your understanding of commitment and marriage might be distorted in the sense that you might see commitment and marriage as something of a burden. So you're keeping your heart closed off, but there's a very strong part of you that wants to have this marriage, wants to have this love. But it's like this whole understanding of what it truly is. Yeah, you need clarity. You need clarity. For some of you, it's about cutting cords as well. But for a lot of you, you need clarity on what relationships really are for you. Communication with yourself, first and foremost. There's this energy where you need to give yourself permission to experiment, to explore. Give yourself permission to realize that you can always say no. You can always change your opinion. It doesn't have to be set in stone. Let's see which shadow aspect you need to address when it comes to this situation. Bearing in mind, of course, that this is a general reading, yeah? Alone in the world. It's this energy of isolation, even alone in the crowd, alone with people. It's just this energy of like feeling alone. You're trying to get the love that you are lacking from people, but it needs to come from you. There's aspects of you that you are not accepting. So those aspects of you, they need love. And you're trying to get it from other people, but they can't give it to you. Because again, you don't let the energy of love come through. Because you're afraid of it. Because you might think it's something that might hurt you, or it's something that might put you in a cage, or it's something that might make you vulnerable or easy to control. You might be feeling like there's nobody in the world who feels right for you. Like in all of the universe, there's nobody who's right for you. But this is the part, again, like I said, this is the part that you definitely need to address. This is the shadow over here that keeps telling you that you're alone, you're alone, you're alone, but it's a protection mechanism as to not let anybody come closer. So how soon will you fall in love then? As soon as you approach this whole thing from a new perspective, as soon as you cut the cords, as soon as you allow yourself to shine and you connect with self. This is very much about your inner child. This is very much about connecting with yourself, with the true self, not with the false self, but with your true self that knows that everything is about fun, that love is fun, love is freedom. Love is a lot of beautiful things. And you need this fresh approach, and you need like to approach this from a different perspective, this wind of change. As soon as you let your guard down, here he comes. Here comes your energy of first love, of flirting, of dating. Here come people that are interested in you. Let's see who you're going to attract with this energy. What sort of person are you going to attract with this energy of the sun? Of being connected to your internal child. Eight of Cups, Two of Cups. Okay, so for some of you guys, there's somebody going to be coming from the past. I'm actually seeing quite a few people resurfacing for a few of you. Again, general reading. If you don't want your ex, don't take your ex, yeah? But for some of you, it doesn't even have to be an ex. It could be an old childhood friend. For some of you, it could be an old colleague. But because you made up space emotionally, they see you from a completely different perspective. They're like, oh my gosh, like what happened to you? You're glowing, you're different. Do you know what I mean? So you guys are going to have a lot of people to choose from. It's not just going to be the one person coming through. With the Two of Cups over here, there's this energy of, for some of you, a soulmate coming through. A significant soulmate. Somebody who might also be in the sun energy. People are going to be jealous of you, envious of you. Because you're going to be popular. And don't let it stand in the way. People are going to be jealous. Look at her. She's like, ooh. Now she gets all the attention. What is this? She gets presents. She gets this. People are going to be jealous. People are going to be envious. But don't let it stop you. You can't be putting your life on pause just to like make sure that everybody's comfortable. So you guys are attracting like people who are going to give you presents, people who are going to give you attention, people who are going to give you a lot of compliments. And yeah, for some of you, it's going to be like people who are players, who are posers. But also among those people, there's going to be somebody who is, look at the sun, like I said, your sun. You'll be attracting your sun. You'll be attracting similar energies to you. And this is where the love happens. Imagine if you put two suns together. Imagine the magnitude of this love. Imagine the magnitude of this light, of this potential, this energy. There's a lot of potential here, option number one. You really can get out from those energies that I was reading from, at the beginning. Like there's so much potential over here. So for a lot of you, this is very much about fun. This is very much about celebration. This is very much about, finding your true desires, your true self, maybe traveling together, having a lot of fun together. For some of you, this could lead into something more with the Two of Cups. So as soon as you make a decision that you're not all alone in the world, that there are different people, that love is different to what you thought, then this is when you guys are going to be falling in love. And again, there are going to be different people coming through, but you're going to be falling in love with the person who will match your vibration with the sun over here. Definitely. All right, option number 1. That was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming videos. For personal readings, do send me an email. My email is in the description box below. And check my Patreon page out as well for more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. All right, my darlings, take good care of your amazing selves now. Bye. Option number 2, hi, and welcome to your reading. If you're drawn to option with this flower. All right, let's find out when you guys are going to be falling in love. But first, let's see if there's anything preventing you from falling in love. If there's any energies that are stopping love from coming into your life. My workaholics. This is your option. This is your pile. Okay, my darling. So a lot of you I see are really hardworking. You might be finding it very hard to delegate things. For quite a few of you, you might be very self-conscious when it comes to your size, shape, accent, whatever. There are a lot of parts of you that you can't seem to accept, and you keep thinking that you need to work on yourself. You might have this energy where you're like, I have to work on myself, I have to work on myself, I have to improve myself, I have to constantly do this, I have to constantly do that. And you're like, go, 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 go. But it's almost like you are hiding behind all of that. There's a real you that's hiding behind all of that, a very vulnerable, a very hurt, a very tender person, a beautiful soul, but you hide yourself. You hide yourself, and it's almost like you've lost a lot of faith with this 10 of Wands. And you have this energy where you have responsibility. You have a responsibility, whether it's conscious or subconscious, you feel like you have a responsibility like before yourself, before your parents, before God, you know, to go for a good person, to go for a respectable person, and so on and so forth. But there's also a part of it that's telling me that sometimes you might like completely different people, but you stop yourself. You tell yourself, no, you can't like this person because this person is this and this and this. But a lot of you tend to bury yourself in work, in self-improvement or in actual work, and you're like, well, I don't really have the time, I have to do this, the bills need to be paid. The universe should just find time and organize it however it wants, and I'm gonna do my thing. Okay. For a lot of you, you might be feeling that, you know, you don't have a lot to offer. Like the main theme for you, option number 2, is like you feel you don't have a lot to offer. You might feel like, you know, especially this is the truth when you grew up in the household where everybody had to have some value. Like everybody had to be working, or everybody had to have some value, or everybody had to be doing their chores. So there's a lot of energy of like you are subconsciously afraid that you're going to be asked like, what is it that you're bringing to the table? Because you don't want to like lower your standards, but at the same time you keep telling yourself, like there's a part of you that keeps saying like, okay, well, for the person that I want, I need to be a certain level, I need to be a certain way. But that's the trick. It's like you're chasing the carrot that you can't catch. You keep chasing like this ideal that is never going to become, because it's not true. It's an ideal. It's a made up thing. So you keep saying that, you know, I'm I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough to offer, or I'm not like, I don't look like people on Instagram, or things like this. So there's a lot of energy like not having a lot to offer, both for male and women. Male and females. Some of you might have lost a lot of things. Maybe lost houses or jobs, or good jobs, and for quite a few of you, there's a very strong energy where you might have been divorced already, or gone through a very traumatic breakup that made you question a lot of things, especially when it comes to your sexuality. Especially when it comes to your sexuality and your value. Something incredibly traumatic. For some of you, this could be like a narcissistic relationship, whether it's with your parent, with a friend, co-worker, your significant other. But it made you feel like you have to do things by yourself. It made you feel like you have to be like, go, 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 do this, do that. Like no time to dwell in pity, but it's not giving you the satisfaction that you're craving. It's not making you feel valuable. Maybe it does for a very short time, but then that's it. And it's pissing you off because you want things to go further. You want things to go faster. But things are going, and sometimes you get angry at yourself for not like doing things faster or doing things better. Like being very harsh with yourself. Option number 2. Sometimes you tend to forget about the ebb and flow, about the ups and downs in life. So when you're down, you feel like this is it. Like I'm going to stay down here. You need to remember that the wheel goes up. And there's this energy of fate, So for a lot of you guys, you need to understand that things happened because they had to happen. And you need to stop blaming yourself. Let's see which shadow aspect might be holding you back from finding love, from falling in love again. Okay, well, I absolutely love the cards. I absolutely love these energies. Because they're just confirming exactly what I've been saying. You're hiding your true self. Hiding. And you can't give yourself the love because you're hiding your true self. But you want somebody to love you without showing your true self? That's impossible. That is impossible. That's why you guys might have been by yourself for a very long time. Some of you might have been alone for like a decade or something. Or some of you just decided to work on yourself and work on yourself and work on yourself. But it doesn't end. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can always work on yourself and you can always try and tell yourself that, you're not good enough or whatever. But that's not true. Because you guys are hiding your true self. And F everybody else for a second, but you're hiding your true self from yourself. You're not getting to know how amazing you are. You're not like building the foundation. Because once you know who you are, nobody can tell you shit. Nobody can tell you anything. once you know your shadow aspects, even if people tell you you're this, you're that, you're like, yeah, no, now what? Now what? But Marley used to say, before you point your fingers at me, make sure your hands are clean. Nobody's without shadow aspects, guys. Nobody is without anything that they've done wrong. Nobody's without fault. Nobody's without their quirks or whatever. But here it's like you don't even want to know yourself. So let's see when you're going to be falling in love. And this is going to sound so weird, guys, but you're going to fall in love with yourself first. I mean, not in a narcissistic way, but I mean in a way where you are, I can really feel it for you, option number 2, where you're actually going to come up to a mirror and be like, damn. Or you make yourself get all excited. Where you accept why is it so hard for you to accept other people with their BS, but you can't accept yourself? When you commit to yourself, but not in the sense that what you've been doing, hiding behind work, but commit to really accepting yourself. Commit to the work that's going to benefit you, not other people. Okay? When you stop fighting yourself, when you stop hurting yourself. Do you see this energy? Do you see how they're trying to break free? In this deck, it's just the one person. Do you see how you cut your own self, where you stop being overcritical over yourself? When you realize that you are enough. You are enough. Right now. Not tomorrow, not in a year, right? Freaking now. And this is where, honestly, there's this energy of where you're going to see yourself differently. You're going to see your face differently, your body differently, where your gestures might change. You might feel freer, better. Yes, absolutely love it. You make yourself number 1 over here. Option number 2. You make yourself the priority. And this is, look at all those people oh, who's this? Who's this? What are they doing? Oh my God. Do you see how charming they are? Do you see how beautiful they are? What are they doing? And you become the master of your mind. You become the master of your body. You become the master of your beautiful fate. And here are people interested in you. Here are people being attracted to you, drawn to you by a big magnet. When you believe in yourself, who are you going to be attracting? Who's this person? Or who are those people that you're going to fall in love with? For some of you, it's somebody you guys might meet while traveling. A gentleman or a gentlewoman. Somebody who's going to hype you up. A lot of compliments. Honestly, a lot of compliments. Because when you guys open yourselves up over here, there's a very strong energy that you might be discovering some sort of talent. And for some of you, it could be dancing, singing, writing, could have something to do with becoming more skillful, for example, at your job, whatever you do. Maybe you're a surgeon or you're becoming, I don't know. If you guys are studying something, you might be getting some sort of an opportunity, from a very good company. But there's this definitely a person who's going to hype you up, who's going to be like, go baby, go baby, go, go, go baby. For some of you guys, literally, you are going to be even attracting people who are already taken, already married. Okay, what you do with it is up to you, but I mean, you're going to be so magnetic, you're going to shine so brightly. You are even going to be attracting people who are married. But also in this particular deck, it's worth mentioning here, the King of Pentacles is a lonely aristocrat, okay? So you guys are going to be leveling up. So for some of you, it could be like somebody who's divorced, but somebody who's very wealthy and very aristocratic, hence the energy of a gentleman, the energy of a lady for some of you. For some of you, it's somebody through work, like I was saying, through work or through college, through uni. And love will get you to the other side. And again, there's this energy of water, of traveling, getting to the other side. Maybe relocating, somebody helping you relocate. Option number 2. That sounds so exciting. Isn't it worth dropping all of this for for those people? And not only for those people, but how those people make you feel, how you make yourself feel. All right, option number 2. This is when you guys are going to be falling in love next, yeah? It depends, again, on you, how soon you want to feel this energy, how soon you're going to be willing to drop those things, yeah? All right, option number 2. I'm going to end your reading here. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so don't miss out any of the other upcoming videos. Take good care of your amazing selves. For personal readings, do send me an email. The email is in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Take care of your amazing selves now, guys. Bye. Option number 3, and welcome to your reading, darlings. If you were drawn to this flower, let's go ahead and find out when you guys are going to be falling in love. But first, we're going to be taking a look at whether there's anything preventing you from falling in love, whether there's anything holding you back, whether there are any energies that are not letting love come into your life. You guys might be waiting for somebody. You're waiting for somebody to make that transition. You're waiting for something to grow from something little into something big. It's like you're waiting for somebody to grow up. You're waiting for somebody to make their decision about you or about something. For a lot of you, it could be also that you're tired of dealing with F-boys and you want somebody who's very stable. You want somebody who's ready for commitment. For others of you, it's like sometimes it feels like all you guys are attracting are guys who are unavailable. So it's like this energy where you're like, oh my God, bless you. It's either like those immature guys or girls who have God knows what on their mind, or they're people who are already married. So for some of you, I feel option number 3, you might be feeling like you need to move to a different place. You might be feeling like a different location is what you need, or like a different environment. A lot of you guys are magicians. Literally magicians. Literally, I don't know if you already tapped into your power, but you guys are doing a lot of manifestation and you're like, it's not manifesting, or it's not manifesting as fast as I want it to manifest. You have very high standards. You have very high standards because a lot of you, and this is interesting, a lot of you, you've either done a lot of healing over here, option number 3, because I'm getting some very good energies. Like in all honesty, compared to the previous 2 piles, here there's a lot of energy of having done a lot of work already, or having been lucky to be born in a family that wasn't as hard on you as the other 2 piles. But there's still this energy of it's almost like going for the wrong thing. But another thing that I'm picking up over here, guys, is that for quite some of you, and again, this is a general reading, yeah? And it depends on how honest you want to be with yourselves at this time. But for a lot of you, you tend to put money as number 1. So for some of you, you might not even believe in love as such, but you want to make sure that you and your family are comfortable. And it could also be that you've been told that, you know, love comes and goes, but money and, like, you know, good heritage and like dynasties, whatever, they stay. So it could be that you are looking for more for financial stability rather than love. Started from the bottom, now we're here. So it could be option number 3, that you might have people around you, but there's still part of you that's longing for love. But you're trying to, because honestly here it's not so much about emotions. It's more about stability. It's more about, you know, prenups and things like this. Making sure that everybody gets what they're after. There's a lot of energy of coldness. So I feel a lot of you, option number 3, you might have closed off your heart. And you've been manipulated very much in the past. So it's this vibe where you're like, I'm going to be smarter now. I'm going to be so smart now. Nobody's ever going to be able to take advantage of me the way I've been taken advantage of in the past. So you've done your healing, but it's made you very pragmatic. Some of you are already mothers, or you don't want to be, like you want to be child-free. And I think it could be coming from, you know, your parents, your relatives, your friends, where they're like, okay, well, love is not like the most important thing. You might have children that you need to support, or you might be just thinking about the children that you need to support. Yeah, see, it's all about pentacles. It's all about pentacles. So you might not even believe in love. That you're watching this because a part of you wants to remind you that there is love. I don't know if you guys, like, there's this energy of like the beggar archetype, even though they're not giving me the actual energy, where you might have felt like you constantly need to worry about money. So you're like, money, 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 bring me stability, bring me money, give me a place to live, give me a place to work, and like I can live without love. But there's part of you that reminds you that no, you can't. not for a very long time, and not a very happy life. So you wanting to, because there's this energy like they're like, don't sell your soul. This is what I keep hearing. I think your spiritual team again wants to come through and say, listen, you can have both. You don't have to feel like you have to sell your soul. And for you, you feel like it has to be a trade-off. Like it's either one or the other. But they're saying, no, it can be both. You're very afraid of staying without money. And your spiritual team comes through and saying, like, you know, you got it. You can have both. You can have love and you can have money. Let's see which shadow aspect needs to be addressed. Bride in a cage, exactly what I was talking about. Where you're afraid of being put in a cage. But at the same time, this is what you're going for it. It's this energy where you know, if you don't act a certain way, or you're not being smart or whatever, that you might end up being cast out, being rejected. So it's almost like there's part of you inside that you want to leave. You want it gone. Like you're ready to give up a part of you to have this, you know, security in the cage. But your spiritual team is telling you it will drive you in freaking insane. So let's see when you fall in love. When will you fall in love? This is turning out much deeper than I was expecting it to be. But I guess this is what you needed to hear. Yeah. When you stop feeling like you need to sacrifice. When you stop feeling like you need to sacrifice. When you stop and think about it for a second. When you see things from a different perspective with the hangman over here. When you realize that you can have both, that you can have your freedom, and you can have love, and you can have money. That you think you're being like careful and smart, but you're actually rejecting love. Yeah, when you start feeling the pain, this is interesting. Like for us to realize that we are lonely, we need to allow ourselves to feel the pain of loneliness, because then we will want to do something about it. But when you reject the pain that you're feeling, you're like, no, I don't feel lonely. No, I don't need that. I don't need love. When you reject those parts, this is what, you know, this is the shadow that you don't want to see. So once you allow yourself to feel the pain of loneliness, to feel the pain of not having love in your life, then you will start doing something about it. Then you will see that something needs to be changed. A perspective needs to be changed. A dynamic needs to be rethought. Because then you start experiencing true love. And look at this. They want you to know that you will win. I mean, look how different those energies are. Wouldn't you rather be here, full of life, protected by the universe, protected by love, open, empowered? You can have both. You don't have to give up things. And you can have all of you. You don't have to give up you, parts of you. Energy of victory, energy of overcoming things. When you become complete, when you become whole, this is when you will fall in love. When you will put you in the center of the universe. When you are looking at the things the right way around, not upside down. There's a very big karmic lesson over here. A very big and profound karmic lesson over here. Let's see who you will fall in love with, the type of people you will attract. Because here I'm getting a very happy ending, yeah? This is why your spiritual team is interfering with this reading. This is why, there's no coincidence that you were meant to hear it. Somebody brand new, look at this. Somebody fun, somebody pretty amazing with the Fool. Somebody with a great sense of humor. Somebody who might be starting off their own business. Somebody who might be starting out just like first stages, taking first steps. But the Fool is one of the most powerful cards. So there's this energy of a new love, guys. Filled with fun, filled with adventure, filled with many experiences. Could be somebody who is from a completely different country, somebody you meet on the internet. And look at this with the Nine of Cups. Somebody who wants to make your wishes come true. Somebody who will see you as an inspiration. You will feed off of each other's energies. You will give each other the beautiful energy to grow and strive. And you will fall in love because this person will reflect you to you. They will be very similar to you. And they will show you how freaking amazing you guys are. And look in this, the Ten of Pentacles. Oh my God, guys. This is exactly what I was saying. So excited for you. Option number 3. The Ten of Cups, rather. The Ten of Cups. This is a person, for a lot of you, of course, this is general reading, but for a lot of you, this is a person you will marry and it will give you the love. And you will have your Ten of Pentacles and you will have your Ten of Cups. Do you see? You have dogs here, you have cats here. You will have your happiness if you allow yourself to do so. Okay, I don't even know what to say, guys. Ten of Pentacles. Do you see this? Do you see this magic that you're creating? You can have both. How else do you want me to put it? The universe is saying, how else do you want me to put it? Dear Seven of Cups, with illusions being disillusioned and released. Look at the amount of tens over here, guys. So for a lot of you, there's an energy of you bringing somebody who will want to marry you and you will want to marry them. And move, again, look at this, moving in the same direction. Strong Cancer energy over here, moving in the same direction. With this person that you're going to fall in love with, guys, they want to make your life easier instead of harder. They'll lift you up rather than bring you down. And this is what's going to make you fall in love with them so much. I don't know what it is. It could be that you guys are animal lovers. A lot of animals are coming through in this reading. But you're so family. It's like almost like they're reaching out to you and they're saying like you stop like before it's too late. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Love will give you the energy to overcome any darkness. Any darkness whatsoever. All right, lovely. Option number 3. I'm going to end your reading here, my darlings. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming videos. For personal readings, you can always email me. My email is in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. Take care of your amazing selves now, guys. Bye.